Welcome back, you salty gamers. In today's episode, we're going to head up to the final, the very top scan location, which will be the second out of 3. Hopefully, can finish that one off and head on to the bears, and see where we go from there. We just need to make sure the storm from last episode subsides a bit, which we're almost out the wind, and a random wolf walks out the door and sits right at my door. Thankfully the base did not collapse with the trees falling all around us. Surprise. Welcome to the episode 4 when a wolf takes an arrow to the eye. Hopefully that tells us how this episode will go. Hopefully rabbits, don't want to take them out just yet. Now I don't know if I picked up that piece or if it's got it. Sometimes the building pieces can... Oh, got a fright there. Never seen that wolf's buddy sitting there. Almost bit us. Okay. It was trying to munch that deer and we disturbed it. Now we could harvest some fish here, do a bit of fishing as we pass, but we've got 10 fish, we should be fine. And if we lose the fish, we'll do berries and watermelon, I think, for the stamina increase. But I'm more prone to get the health increase rather than the stamina, which is actually fish. So hopefully we keep enough fish. Have our spare stack of oxide, which we're okay. We could just pick up some water here. By pick up I mean it's on the sponge. No, it's not on the sponge because oh there it is. I thought we had dropped it. So we're heading up all the way past to the top of, or sort of midpoint of Oscar 10. Put a wee marker so we don't get lost. If you followed me on the previous episodes, I'm not the best at navigating. I get by, but I'm certainly not the best. So we've got midday, we might have to set up camp before we get there. The reason I'm doing the middle one last is that's bears. If you've not watched any of my previous episodes, please see them. And then the rest of this mission will make sense, or at least a lot more sense if you see the previous episodes. But the reason I'm doing the bears last, or the middle one last, is because it's bears, and they will most likely, or most definitely, be the hardest and the most risk to me dying than any of the others. We've killed jaguars at the bottom one, with which I managed to take it with one bone arrow and a normal bow, from stealth, from distance. So if you're watching this trying to play it yourself and need a bit of help, or a wee hint, I would highly recommend trying that method of completing this mission, especially if you're doing it solo. It's not too bad a mission to farm 100 credits quite efficiently, especially the further up the levels you go. At least these missions are repeatable at this stage. Going forward, the devs may change that, so if you watch this months from now, firstly thank you for watching it, and secondly, the content might not be as accurate as it was on its creation. Oh, graphical glitch there. So we're up at the first, the middle lake now. I'll show some cave locations in the area when we get to a mission where we require metal, and show you the cave worms in more detail when we get to that stage. If you're new to the channel, I am a small time casual streamer. I do this, well, not streamer, I stream now and again, but I've made these videos and some ESO content casually for fun and enjoyment, and to pass the knowledge I gain from playing the games that I like to anybody that wishes to try and find some videos. If you would like to see more, we need to bump up that YouTube algorithm by like, comment, subscribe, share amongst your friends, get them to do the same, and you never know, I might be able to produce more and more content if the demand is there. I don't stream half as often as I would like to, because unfortunately my children seem to be nocturnal and not want to sleep at night, and they also don't like to be quiet, so the stream would be constantly interrupted by my kids. Once they decide that they're going to actually go to sleep at night, or I could get a new house with an office space, I will be able to possibly stream a wee bit longer, or more often. I don't just play survival games, I play strategy based games such as Total War. I play role playing games such as Witcher, Skyrim, Cyberpunk, a bit of Far Cry. Recently I play shooters such as Battlefield, most recent one being 2042. And I also play Age of Empires 4 since release, and I'm happy to do some suggestions of game types that you may want to see and that I also may enjoy. I will only play games that I actually enjoy, and not just for views, but that I could enjoy the game, and if I'm enjoying the game, it means I could bring you more content, because I would like to play the game more often. Oh, a wolf stalking me there. So if you want to see any more game types, I've played other survival titles, as I mentioned in a previous episode, Conan, Ark. I gave Rust a shot, but I'm not too keen on the resets and the fact that I don't have the time to put into PvP anymore. Due to a busy work life and the tribe that I run with, my team of gaming friends are all busy, and we don't have the same time to get the hours that we need to be ahead of all these ones that are on the survival games, hardcore. Several team members on all throughout the day, grinding away. We can't physically keep up with them anymore. Most likely going to pick up Ark 2 when that releases next year, if it does release next year, alongside Elden Ring. They're two of the games that I'm looking forward to next year. Which, if my channel gets enough traffic, I'll be happy to stream if possible, if the kids allow, and or at least produce some let's plays with it. Oh, travel 10 kilometers. There's another cave. If anybody is unsure where cave locations are, you pause the video. It's just in the centre of November 10 in the forest biome. Now, this map is the same regardless of your mission, and sometimes if you could be starting in the desert but you could come into parts of the forest. So if you're struggling for metals for a particularly difficult mission, it could be worthwhile taking the time. You do have 6 or 7 in real life days to complete it, so it might be worthwhile and beneficial to set up a base that's not going to get easily destroyed by winds, and then come to these forest locations, harvest the metal and take it back. Doing a similar method to what I'm doing on this map, of making a small base, maybe a forge, and then coming into the region, harvesting the materials and heading back, smelting the materials as well, because I believe, but I may be mistaken, the materials, the metal weighs less in ingot form than in ore form. Okay, I want to head to the left. So if you're the type of person that reads the reviews on games before you think about purchasing them, or listen to YouTubers about the games before you purchase, my advice would be is to take it at face value, give it a shot if you can. If you're not 100% sold on it, do a thorough bit of research on the type of game it is. It isn't going to be for everybody. With every game, there's pros and cons, bugs. However, I would say that it's had, at this current state, one of the more stable launches recently of games compared to the likes of Battlefield, with only 2 outages of the server and very minimal bugs, at least of my over 80 hours experience. It can be a bit of a grind, coming down with almost nothing every time, but if you're really into it, there's a lore aspect of why you're doing it. So if it's not the sort of, if you don't want to reset every time, there's outpost mode, which has no time frame. You could just explore the different regions that you get with the outpost, the addition that you get, and I'm going the wrong way. The addition that you get, till your heart's content. But if you could look past the restarting, which gets easier as you level, as you get the credits to get the workshop materials, which I'll go over what I've unlocked so far and what I can buy so far once we complete this mission, then it could be a really enjoyable game, but it's not for everybody. It is in no way, minus the bare aspects of survival games like other titles such as Rust, Ark or Conan. I would say the reason that there's like 7 in real life days for each mission is to encourage people to explore the maps, not just rush through the mission. If you wish to, I mean, there is certainly ways, like I'm doing now, to rush through the mission, do it a lot faster, but there's no need to. You have got plenty of time. Also,
this is the zone. It's around here somewhere.
It helps those solo players or busy casual players to be able to do the missions in 7 days, real life days, as opposed to 7 in-game days, which could be ridiculously quick, and then you struggle to complete it. So it's quite a good balance so far, I've found, but I've not went much into the missions at this stage. Now I'm going to take this wolf out before I even start, because that will maybe get attracted to its wee pals that come in. Well, I say I'm going to take it out, that's if I don't miss the shots. Nope. That's it, come closer, make it easier for me. Okay, I've got that. Repair. Oh, not been paying attention to my food or water. Let's just make sure I get enough water with the watermelon. The fish buff and the cooked meat buff. I might be able to take out these wolves without my knife.
There you go. Station's online.
Same method as last time. So, just like the last time, it starts scanning, which you'll see on the left hand side. I'll try and get it so that the camera could highlight the text a wee bit better. It's going up. Scan location 2, 40%. Wolf are going to start coming now. See them in the distance in the trees. Let's sort of take them out.
There's a problem with the machine. Can you fire it back up?
Whew. That was lucky. Just skin these. For those that are wondering, I am playing this on epic settings, apart from, apart from the shadows. Shadows in this game can make caves extremely difficult.
Okay. Station
to see
activated.
or to see in. Plus, they usually are the biggest issues when it comes to
Okay,
FPS
time to move out. There's another zone marked on your map.
My build, my PC build, isn't a high range. Like, it's not top spec, but it's not poor. I'm running on the 2060 graphics card. And then just sort of middle ranged everything else. So I've got a food contamination debuff on because I ate the raw meat accidentally, and I meant to click destroy. I clicked consume stack, so that was a mistake. We've got 3 more points. We're level 8 now. There's not really anything else in tier 1 I want. Build and upgrade tool's not too bad, but I don't want it at this stage. I could try a wood spear. But they're apparently the better weapon to kill bears, which is going to be the next task. But I don't think I will waste a point at this stage for it, because I'm pretty pathetic with spears, and I'll probably get only one good shot, even though it'll do massive damage if I get a headshot, but that's a big if. So plan now, move down to this location here. No, wrong. This location here. Put up our base and do the final point. We'll get the talent, which is harder to detect. That will help massively with the bears, because if they can't see us, they can't attack us. And if they can't attack us, it means we could get more arrows into their head. Now, just notice the time, so I'm going to need to quickly put the shelter up. Thankfully ran into some watermelons. I'll just go for a simple one by one. This time round. Deploy the sleeping bag. Our roll mat. And next day it is. It's a lot faster single player to change the day, it only requires yourself to sleep. Whereas if you are playing in a team, all it takes is one person got to go to bed and everybody's got to wait until night. Which is good in the sense that it helps promote the teamwork aspect of the game. You also get shared XP for everything anybody does. So if 3 people kill a deer, they won't only get the experience of killing the 3 deer, they'll also get the experience of 10% of the experience that the deer kill was on top of it. Right. I don't usually sprint round the map because it attracts more wolves. You miss things such as bears around or wolves around, and then it gets you killed. But I'm gonna just try and speed up the wee jolly down to the next objective, so it's not too depressing to watch me walk around the map. However, the map is stunning. For a sort of, I might be wrong in saying, but a low budget game, or at least a very reasonably priced game. Oh, winds are approaching. You can pick the game up on Steam for under £30 UK price, or you can pay for the collector's edition or the supporters edition, which is around £70, and you get a Gucci or a very nice survival spacesuit and a couple of more outposts, and the free the DLCs that you the first 2 DLCs that they bring out you get for free or as part of your package. Just hide in this cave, or at least here, where we're sheltered from the storm. Rock site into here. So we've got a nice snow region down here, and up here it's like anywhere with mountains, it's starting to get snowy. We've got a desert location around here. I think above here is the Riverlands. A desert around here, I believe, from a map that I've seen online. I don't know if I can get that up. Nope. You might be able to find the guides there. Right, I should be okay now. Should survive the winds, just avoid the fallen trees, and we'll be good to go. I thought that was a I didn't think that was a goat there, I thought that was a wolf. Yep, currently using my bow and arrows, so things will go down a lot quicker. Bow and arrows do... So stone arrows do 31 to 35 damage, bow and arrows do 54 to 60 damage plus 10% extra critical damage, and the wood bow is just standard 300 rate of fire per minute, 700 millisecond reload. There are perks to speed that up and increase the damage, which we'll be looking at. Bow will be a primary weapon. To spec into, we will use firearms. We tend to steer away from spears, or at least spec into them. And we will also not really spec into knives, but we will use knives for both skinning and close quarters stabbing. But ideally we want to take out the pesky creatures as far away as possible. So we'll just cave hop here and we'll maybe get a wee easy 400 experience, well possibly easy. Oof. 440 XP for killing that, and we could leave. Got the storm exposure down, storm's almost done. Because we're not really using this. Put that there, and we'll put that there. Keep that buff up. Keep that buff. And bees will. 7. Almost coming to where we'll put our house down. Pick up some watermelon. Okay, this is usually the time that I would end the episode. However, due to it almost being the end of the mission, I'll make this episode slightly longer, just so we could get the mission finished. So if anybody prefers the sort of 30 to 45 minute episodes, if this goes over that time, I do apologise. However, it's better than a short episode to do the mission in two final parts, as opposed to finishing it in this episode. Okay. Oh, might need that. Now I'm going to craft a spare bow. Some more bow and arrows. Okay, and then I'm going to drop these arrows in there, the bow in there, and that should be all good. Maybe drop berries, some meat, and some carrots. Okay. Base is safe, or as safe as can be. Let's get this mission done. So up on that stone ridge, just opposite the lake, if you see the compass on the top of the screen there, exactly on the W, that's where we're headed. Try and get up there as quick as possible. We're fortunate, it's still daylight. I wouldn't even attempt this if it was going to be dark. I would just wait it out and then change the date.
You made it to the area.
Okay.
Get searching.
Well, we don't need to search, we've got a big thing here. Right. Here's hoping.
Good. We're reading the station. It's active.
So the bears should come and directly in front of me. And hopefully I'll be able to take them out without them wrecking me.
Looks like the party started. Stay sharp. Something happened. You're gonna need to reactivate that thing.
Oh, here they come. One. Whew. That was a close one, and we're level to level 9. Let's get these big bad boys harvested. Harvest some yogi bears. Just take everything, because we're going to leave anyway. Harvest this up. If I didn't have the food buffs on, that would never have been a thing. I would have died almost instantly. like this.
We're reading the station. It's active.
Whilst we're doing that, we'll just get some more points. We'll get this one. So we'll get more stuff when we harvest. Nothing really I want out of here. The bears could have gave us a severe wound there, but they didn't. Just craft some bow and arrows for the sake of it. Some bandages just because maximise that XP whilst we're waiting. I am 100%. Oh. Pick this up.
Well, you're
Mission
done here.
complete.
You did a lot more than just survive.
Yeah, we did. Now, down to here. Back to the pod. And collect our reward. Deserved ourselves a nice little feast of meat, fish, and watermelon. Put the bow away. And full speed back to the pod. That's not too bad, 41 minutes for this episode. Maybe we will make it just in time. On the next episode, before we go on to the mission, I'll show you the workshop. Oh. I'll show you the workshop and show you what we can get out of it. And we'll bring down a couple of tools to use for the next mission. I've got two missions we could try. We could do there's a one that we go and see some strange plants. Or we could do the one that is just doing a little survey and fighting a few wolves. They're one of the next two. Before I end the episode, I will let you know what the names of them are, and you can comment in this video, the final part of the first Livewire mission. You can comment on that one to tell me which mission you would prefer to see. Okay, so if I have any tools I could place them here. Okay, and return to the surface. Everything will be away. We'll delete all the items. Rewards will be calculated once everyone leaves. You can't, and you cannot return. There we go. Livewire mission complete. All the ribbons we got. And we're back. So as you can see, I've got a high level character currently on a mission called Death Ray. We'll get to that solo eventually. And just to show that we've got the Livewire reward 100 claim. That's just other ones that we've done before. Okay, so we've got the 100 credits for doing that mission. So that's the end of Livewire mission. and part 4, I believe. If you enjoying the content so far, please like, comment, subscribe, all the usual stuff. And an added wee thing for this one, I'll tell you the next 2 missions I plan to do is Headstone or Strange Harvest. Please comment which one you wish me to try. Each of them have a small reward, one of 50 and one of 75. So please let me know in the comments which one you want me to do. Headstone or Strange Harvest, Research or Survey. Catch you next time.